So hi everyone, today in this video we're going to develop another mental model that is useful for you, since mental models are representations about how the reality works, and as much more you grasp them, better so will be the probability of you getting good in decision making, which I think it's ultimately so what brings to you more value, because reality is that you're in life to get outcomes, and the outcomes are depending of the behaviors that you do, and the behaviors that you do in the context that you have is something that you need to understand, that you rely on having good information, having good systems so to absorb the reality. If you understand that you are here to get prosperity, whatever is the field that you want, in family, in money, you want to take decisions depending on decisions, and obviously so decisions what created the actions that takes you to the outcome that you want. And then so you have to develop in your decision making that relies in the context that you are, and so how you respond to that context. And then so mental models are information, beliefs that you should adopt, but as well some of them are seeds to make decisions about reality. If you ask information, you're always going to be a step up in comparison with other people. So, and then what's the matter of this video? The hook model, and this is the one that's taken from the business field, a pattern that we've seen that some business tends to use a hook to make so them get more profit, and then so we're going to try to understand it a bit better. And obviously so the ultimate goal is to how to apply so in your life to take so that you do want. So with that understood, we go so for the context of the importance of this model. What understand? In today's digital worlds, so we're in a digital world, some products become part of our daily routines while others fade away. It's characterization that we can say that's true. But why does this happen so? Why this is something that's true? So that's the secret that lies in the hook model. It's a framework that was designed by Nir Hayal that explains how companies so build app forming products. So, and then we go for the description, trying to understand the characterization of this hook model. So it's a four-step process that drives user engagement and habit formation, because we believe that habit formation increases so the loyalty, the probability of consumers to reconsume your product, and then it's easier, make it easier the process to buy. It's what helps the hook model process. So, and then we go for the steps, understanding so the logic for so a step appears in first and then not in the last. So the first step is so the trigger. What's the trigger? Is the spark that starts this loop of four stages. So the trigger can have external triggers like notifications, emails, ads, things that prompt the user to take action. We have internal triggers, emotions, habits, and cravings that subconsciously drive behavior. Example, feeling lonely? You check what? Instagram. Bored? You open TikTok. So you have a trigger. What's like a trigger that makes you go for social media is probably when you don't have time, or when you so have time, free time. Is when you start feeling bored. Is when you're going to get information. So to do action, you always have a instant trigger. It can be a one that's more subconsciously, can be a one that is like a direct thing that people are saying to do. So someone that says do this, do this, do this, if not I'm going to do this, so drafting you. So can be like a more explainable for what you're doing, but sometimes, and the majority of times, is subconsciously. So you subconsciously do something, and so obviously it comes with it being easier to do, and if it's a habit, if it's something that's attached with emotion, and then so if you want to feel it when you're bored, you already know that's the first thing that comes to your mind is doing so that specific thing. So some people that so get more success in this are people that make so what they're selling getting as much as triggers, and triggers that are reasonable, triggers that most matters for us, that so generates in more high in higher rates so the behavior that you want to do. And then so obviously requires you having the ability to create this. Or sometimes you cannot rely on internal habits, you can rely on external habits. So you do the call to action. You, in reaching certain time, you send a notification. Or you can programming, so then if someone enters the app, you program that 6 type hours. If they don't enter, you send a notification to every user. So you use these triggers to create attention for you. After the trigger, it comes an action. So making the first move. Once triggered, the user must take action. So this action should be what? Easy and effortless, like clicking a button or scrolling a feed. So example, clicking like on a post, sweeping on Twitter, or ordering food with one tap. So it's always based in making it easier the action that you want to take, because it comes with psychological knowledge. Something that's easier to be done, to be made, so it's gonna be made in higher likelihood than something that's harder. Step 3, a variable reward, so the psychological hook. The brain loves unpredictably. If a reward is unexpected, users keep coming back for more. So 3 types of variable rewards. We have the social rewards, likes, comments, shares. We have material rewards, discounts, in-game currency, points, self-achievements, progress bars, streaks like on Duolingo or Snapchat. So another example, scrolling on TikTok, you never know what video will come next. So we have a trigger, so having triggers that makes you so get your mind that something exists. The action make it so easier, the action that you want the people to do, and obviously attaching rewards that people can expect to get, but not making it things always be the same, because people as well get bored. So if it's something that's not predictable, it's so something that we even give more value. And you see that the majority of the things comes with the things that you're more addicted. You're addicted to social medias. Every one of them has these. Every one of them has a trigger, notifications. We have action. It's easier, just have to click in the button in the cell phone and you are in the app. A variable reward, you can receive likes, you can receive comments of what you say, you can also get the information, some pics, photos. We have infinite amounts of rewards that you can get, things that you so-called perceive as valuable. And we have the last step 4, the investment, making users return. Users should put real effort in the product for increasing their commitment. Example, customizing a playlist on Spotify, following people on Twitter, or saving items in a shopping cart. If users put effort in the product, it increases their commitment. So it's something that seems to be useful, so to kind of build information, build experience on the thing that you're about to sell, and which make it easier when the step goes up. So if they go up from the app or the thing that you have, it's easier, because if they have this experience, it's easier to do something to be memorable. And then the hook, so the trigger, again, it can come internal side and not requiring you to have external triggers, sending notification emails, putting hats. If they have the internal triggers established, they require what? Something that creates emotion, something that's a habit, something that's craving. It's something that requires you to have time to spend, something that's meaningful, and how to create something meaningful for the people. Making good experience for putting them to have commitment that's to increase the time that they're passing in their life, so in your app, in your product, which so increases the experience that they got from that, and as much more remarkable they are, either so they will be a creators in likelihood of internal triggers that so makes them repeat the look of taking an action. That's what you want. Action to purchase, action to sell, action so to be present in your platform. And so your revenue cycle is that you have ads in your platform, and then so creating this type of things that increases the internal triggers, that doesn't require you to all spend money in creating external triggers, that makes so the making actions at lower cost for you. It's about this model. It's the logical reasoning about this model. I expect this was enough for you to kind of understand a lot of the foundations, how of how much of the apps that we see today they work. I expect this can be useful for you. Don't forget to subscribe, put a like in this video if you like, and if other videos make you gain interest on, be so free to get the insights that are present on them. So without much more to say, just thank you and see you in the next one.